Ladies and germs, thank you for joining me. I am Mo, and we are going to be playing roughly 1 hour of Detroit Become Human. This is a bonus part to this video series, and if you haven't seen the previous parts, I'd highly recommend going to check those out first. And now that we've caught up, I want you to sit back, relax, and get comfortable as I hold your hand through this experience and guide our androids in Detroit Become Human. Okay, so here we are. We've finished the main story. A lot of people weren't happy with how it ended. Neither was I. So we're here, and we're gonna fix this. But as I've loaded up the game, it's booted up, and it's given us this option here where CyberLife conducts a survey to know what users think. Do you want to participate in the survey? I'm hoping it's different from what we've already done, but then again, Chloe has had her mind wiped because we chose not to let her go. And the way I see it, you kind of lose Chloe either way. So if you decide to let Chloe go, you don't have an android on the menu anymore. If you decide to keep her, then she wipes her own memory, and it's like dealing with someone entirely new. So maybe the survey is exactly the same. Exactly the same. I'm not entirely sure. So, do you want to participate in the survey? Yes.
Who's your favorite character in Detroit?
Okay, so this is a very different survey. Who is your favorite character in Detroit? Kara, Marcus, or Connor? I'm gonna go with Connor. Who is your favorite character? So give me 1 for Connor, give me 2 for Kara, give me 3 for Marcus. I just want to get a quick impromptu poll from the Twitch chat. Yeah, Marcus is quite a revolutionary. His favorite is Connor. I think it's a tie between Connor and Marcus as well. For Jazz. So I think it's kind of a tie for me between Connor and Marcus. Like I started out by liking Marcus more. I don't know, it's difficult. I'm gonna go with Connor.
Was there a moment in Detroit that resonated with you personally?
Oh, there's a lot. Was there a moment in Detroit that resonated with you personally? I would say occasionally. I would definitely say occasionally. I mean, it's hard not to resonate with everything going on in 2020, you know? There's a lot of themes that this game explores that I think are very relevant to us right now. So there's many times where it kind of resonated personally. I'm going to go with many. Nightwolf says, yeah, Connor and Marcus are awesome, but like Marcus more. Many for me. Yeah, it's very engaging.
What was the toughest choice you faced in Detroit?
Whether or not to let you go. That's the nicest thing you could have said. You could have said, what is the toughest choice you faced in Detroit? Accepting Alice's identity with Kara? That wasn't too tough. Being pacifist or violent with Marcus? That was tricky. Deciding to shoot Chloe with Connor? I think we actually stopped the game to discuss this. Being pacifist or violent with Marcus was we were kind of half pregnant with the idea. So there were times in the beginning where we wanted to show that we were being serious. So there was kind of a more violent approach. But it wasn't a revolutionary approach. It was more we're here, we need to make a case for why we need to be set free. But then we were kind of pacifist at times. But I think deciding to shoot Chloe with Connor was very difficult because a lot of people said don't shoot her. I wanted to shoot her. So that was tough. But at the same time, I've kind of hesitated when playing with Connor and deciding not to shoot the 2 lovers from the Eden Club. So I think deciding with Chloe was very difficult. So let's see the survey results. The world has answered. And would you consider having a relationship with an android that looks like a human? Yes. 62% of people said yes. I think these are the results from the previous questions that we went through. If you're on the YouTube, you can go back and see one of the previous videos. They contain all of this in full length discussion form. But here we are at question number 11. Who is your favorite character in Detroit? We went with Connor. Oh, well, I went with Connor. 48% of people agreed. Kara, surprisingly more than Marcus. 27% of the votes, which is interesting. Then question number 12 was there a moment in Detroit that resonated with you personally? Yeah, so more than half of the people that experienced Detroit said many. And then the final question was the toughest choice. What was the toughest choice you faced in Detroit? And about half of the players said being pacifist or violent with Marcus. For me, it was definitely deciding to shoot Chloe with Connor because it seemed more personal at that point. But those are our survey results. I'm gonna have to get used to not calling you Mr. Dragon anymore. Nightwolf says, yeah, shooting Chloe was tough. Yeah, because you seem, it's like a personal thing that you have with Chloe at that point.
You played till late last night. I hope you're not too tired.
I hope you stop spying on me. And Chloe, if you are going to spy on me till that late, you might as well give me a follow. Twitch.tv/mo2x15. Don't just sit there, Chloe. I see you. Okay, let's go to options very quickly.
This is the options section. You can customize your experience here.
Okay, so let's go to audio. We're going to go with headphones. Obviously, she's forgotten the settings too, along with everything in her memory. This is interesting.
Your parameters have been saved.
Your parameters should have been saved, but you decided to like wipe your memory. I'm not very happy about that, Chloe, but you know what? We're going to go over here to chapters and we're going to continue.
Accessing the story chart.
From where are we going to continue from? So we're going to try, so okay, this is what we're going to do. Let me write this down very quickly. Nightwolf, for me, the pacifist device choice was not hard until the Alice reveal. We guessed it. With the Alice thing, it didn't, I don't know, it didn't affect me as much for some reason. I'm not sure. I just didn't resonate with it as much. But I can understand, yeah, that can be a big deal for Kara and her meaning of her existence and stuff like that. So yeah, we're going to try and save Hank, who was a Lost. We're going to try save Marcus, who was a Lost. We're going to try and save Connor from becoming a machine again. We're going to try save Luther from dying. We're going to try and save Alice from dying. We're going to try and save Kara from... Well, Kara was one that actually survived in our story, but she was like the only one. So we shall forward to... Okay, so we meet Kamsky, we do the Freedom March. Last Chance, Connor, Crossroads, Night of the Soul, Battle for Detroit. So as far as I know, yeah, we all survived Crossroads. And then I think it is Night of the Soul. So we pay respects to Carl. So this was interesting because I was watching Crazed play the game, and with his game, Carl never died. So he didn't get this. For us, it was we go and visit the grave. Obviously, we see some cross-chapter implication right at the beginning on the left side of your screen. But if Carl never dies, you actually go and visit Carl. In our story, Carl dies very early on, and then we go and visit his grave. So as we move along the flowchart over here, Marcus is on sacred ground. That was also a very good like juxtaposition. Like it looked very like religious. Just the setting. I don't know if they were in a church or some kind of a religious institution building. Marcus chose to protest for his people. Connor. Okay, maybe it's Battle for Detroit. Maybe this is where we need to, because this was fairly a long flow chart experience. So let's, maybe it's if it's in here. I'm gonna take that other sip of green tea from Jazz. Thank you very much. Okay, so Connor's last mission. So this is something that we didn't partake in this. Okay, so Connor at the Cyberlife Tower. I think this is where we go back. Okay, so we start here at Cyberlife HQ. We're inside the elevator. We here we go. So floor -49. This is where we're going to continue from, and hopefully let's just have a quick look at what we did. So we'll try and keep things fairly the same, but we need to make sure that everyone kind of survives. So stop conversion to save Hank. Right, okay. So some of it's going to require some quick time movements, some quick time button prompts. But we're going to continue from floor -49. We're going to load the checkpoint. Load selected checkpoint. Save my progress. Your previous checkpoints will be replaced. Your story will be updated as you play. And the other option is do not save my progress. Your story won't be overwritten. Checkpoints are disabled. Flowchart progression is disabled. So what we're going to do is we are actually going to save our progress. So we're literally rewriting history, guys. Just how like Mr. Dragon just went and rewrote his screen name, we're rewriting this game. So we're going to save the progress as we go, and everything we do now is going to stick. One thing I've just realized in the chat is it's very confusing to distinguish between Nightwolf and Nightbot. So they are both becoming more robot-like, more android-like, more deviant, more androidy. I don't know. I think that's the word. But yeah, what we see on the screen right now is the little thing that they have on the side of their temple, and it's usually blue when everything's running as normal, and then it turns yellow when they're thinking about things, or if their RAM is being used, or they're in shock.
Stay sharp.
Shit.
So, left to right. So we've got to convert the androids. And if you're new, by the way, and if you don't know what we did yesterday, that's fine. I'll try to keep things fairly spoiler-free. But we did kind of a time, we did a Back to the Future. So we're going back to fix what went wrong yesterday. And I thank you for joining us.
Step back, Connor, and I'll spare him.
Sorry, Connor. This bastard's your spitting image.
The bus terminal. We've arrived, Alice. We made it.
The last bus for the border is full. Ticket holding passengers only. All departures are suspended until further notice.
We don't have tickets. They won't let us on.
This is the bit that makes
We're
me
stuck
nervous
here now.
because
What are
I'm
we going to do?
I'm gonna have to wing this. And we're gonna have to do things that we wouldn't have done before.
Marcus.
Security check.
I think Oliver likes you. Is she yours?
Yes.
She's adorable.
That's it. Got the sandwiches. I called your mom. Let's get going before we miss our bus. You got the tickets, right?
Yes, honey, in my bag.
Great. Let's go then.
Mr. Oh my god, I keep saying Mr. Dragon. Nightwolf. I mean, if you remember from previous, the woman said they are checking for androids at the border, so maybe you can bypass it. I'm gonna go with what I feel I know, because I watched two others kind of navigate the story, and I think I've got the right pieces to save everyone. So we lost, again, just to recap, we lost Hank yesterday. Marcus was shot by Connor. Connor turns into a machine. Luther dies on the boat, or died on the boat. Alice doesn't make it. Kara does. She chooses to live. But then again, we could have just shut down and it wouldn't have made a difference. So
I'm sorry. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I was sure.
Shit, I don't believe it.
I don't know what happened.
You can't have lost them. Did you have a good look in your bag?
They were in my backpack. The envelope must have fallen.
Fuck. Excuse me, you didn't happen to see a blue envelope somewhere, did you? It has our bus tickets in it and... Oh, never mind.
No. Sorry.
What are we gonna do? We can't stay here. We have to find a safe place for Oliver.
I'm so sorry, honey. I don't know what happened. They were right here in my bag.
Security check. Please don't move. Thank you.
Catch the bus, okay. So yeah, I mean, this is what we're gonna have to do. We're gonna have to do it. We're gonna have to try and survive, okay? Don't look at me that way. It was interesting because I was also watching Ballistic Bambi play, and she had Todd still alive. So Alice's father, who we accidentally kill with a gun at the beginning of the game.
Thank you.
Winds up being alive near the end. What are they doing? Why am I even looking at these guys?
Please don't move.
So they're scanning people. So catch the bus. Okay, so this path is now blocked because that path was open to us yesterday, right? When we didn't have a way through. But how do we? Okay.
Got your tickets?
Yes, here they are.
Okay, go ahead.
What's going to happen to that family and their baby? Will they die because of us?
No. No, of course not.
Kid, get on the bus before we die, like we died yesterday. Nightwolf. After yesterday, I'm not arguing with your decision. Yeah, trust me, we have to survive. So I don't know what happens next, because I've not seen this. I don't know what happens at the border.
We've got to finish the barricade. Come on, help me. Hey, help me! Right, that should do it.
I know it was not an easy decision to make. But I'm sure we're doing the right thing.
First things first, we're going to walk around and make sure that we have some ample heating for our barricade. So we're going to go around and just light up these drums, these red drums, which in most video games are explosive, but here
Marcus,
they
we found
are
what you asked for.
not explosive. They are radiators. And I don't know if there was only 2. Were there more than 2? If anyone remembers, please let me know. I think there might have been only 2. Oh, okay, so that actually that has an impact on like public opinion, which is interesting. And there's a couple of people that we talked to.
Are you alright?
They shot into the crowd. Many of us were killed. It could have been me. I'm scared. I don't want to shut down.
We're here because we never want to feel that fear again. Because we're more than what they say. That's what our people died for, right? That's why we're here.
Many of our people have fallen. The humans have no pity for those who are different.
There's some journalists over there. We have to make sure they know what's going on.
Oh, we missed this. We actually didn't see this. This is new. This is good. So we have Detroit today. They defy us. Androids rise up in Detroit. President Warren to make state visit to the United Kingdom. NATO Security Council divided over Arctic dispute. I know this is NATO. It's an inside joke. So. They defy us. Androids rise up in Detroit. Androids have taken to the streets of Detroit in apocalyptic scenes. Detroit is already in the grip of a national product recall, with androids seized from every home and business to be destroyed by the authorities as a precaution. But now a group of androids thought to be connected to the recent android terror activity in the city have gathered in a terrifying show of force. Police and military authorities are in attendance to protect civilians and deal with the threat, but the androids have barricaded themselves in a forfeited position and seem to be angling for an armed confrontation. President Warren is said to be aware of the situation. Detroit Police's Captain Fowler, a senior officer in the android investigation, said the safety of Detroit's people is our first priority. We hope to bring this matter to a swift conclusion and refocus on collecting androids as soon as possible. This story is still developing. We'll bring you updates live. And the feed here is lost. Okay, so that's something I missed. I went over my head yesterday. I didn't see this. There's two things we can still do, it looks like.
This won't hold him for long, but I guess it's better than nothing.
They're getting into position. If they attack, no one will survive. How many more of us have to die? Is there any cause worth giving your life for?
You're the hope of our people. I trust you. We all trust you. No matter what happens now, we're making history.
I'm guessing it'll be very difficult to make a sequel for this game because, I mean, with the amount of endings you have, like, it would be very complicated, but it would be very cool if you could, if they ever did Detroit Become Human 2 or something.
Marcus, come look!
Marcus? Come to talk to you, Marcus. Come on. You have my word. I won't try anything.
Don't go. It's a trap. They want to get you out in the open. Don't go, Marcus.
I'm unarmed, Marcus. I just want to talk.
I need to hear what he has to say.
What if they kill you?
And that's a chance I'll have to take.
Yeah, so if they ever made a sequel, they'd have to take into account all of your decisions from the previous game, which would be incredibly good, but a very difficult task, I think.
In a few minutes, the troops will be ordered to charge. None of you will survive. It'll all be over. You can avoid that, Marcus.
What do you mean?
Surrender. Surrender, and I give you my word, your life will be spared. You'll be detained, but none of you will be destroyed.
What happened to the other androids demonstrating in the camps?
Unfortunately, there were no journalists around to help save them. You're it. You're the last remaining deviants.
You asking me to betray my people?
I am offering you the chance to save your people. You're not walking out of here, Marcus. The only thing you can save now are the lives of those around you.
I'm not afraid to die. If I have to give my life for what I believe in, then I won't have lived in vain.
That android. You seem to really care about her. You don't want her to die, do you? You know, you could both be free. You could forget about all this. You could start a new life someplace else, just the two of you. Her life's in your hands, Marcus. Just say the word and she'll be spared.
I'd rather die here than betray my people.
Well, you just signed your own death warrant.
What happened, Marcus? What did he say?
The humans are about to launch an attack. And we will show them. And we are not afraid. If we must die today, then we will die free.
Your friend's life is in your hands. Now it's time to decide what matters most. Him or the revolution?
Don't listen to him. Everything this fucker says is a lie.
I'm sorry, Hank. You shouldn't have got mixed up in all this.
Forget about me. Do what you have to do.
I used to be just like you. I thought nothing mattered except the mission. But then one day I understood. Very moving, Connor. But I'm not a deviant. I'm a machine designed to accomplish a task, and that's exactly what I am going to do. Enough talk! It's time to decide who you really are. Are you going to save your partner's life? Or are you going to sacrifice him? All right. All right. You win. Thanks, Hank. I don't know how I would have managed without you. Get rid of him. We have no time to lose. It's me, Hank. I'm the real Connor.
One of you is my partner. The other is a sack of shit. Question is, who's who?
What are you doing, Hank? I'm the real Connor. Give me the gun and I'll take care of it.
Don't move!
Why don't you ask us something? Something only the real Connor would know.
Alright, where did we first meet?
Jimmy's bar. I checked 4 other bars before I found you. We went to the scene of a homicide. The victim's name was Carlos Ortiz. He uploaded my memory.
What's my dog's name?
Sumo. His name is Sumo. I knew that too.
My son, what's his name?
Cole. His name was Cole. And he just turned 6 at the time of the accident. It wasn't your fault, Lieutenant. A truck skidded on a sheet of ice and your car rolled over. Cole needed emergency surgery, but no human was available to do it. So an android had to take care of him. Cole didn't make it. That's why you hate androids. You think one of us is responsible for your son's death.
Cole died because a human surgeon was too high on red ice to operate. He was the one that took my son from me. Him in this world where the only way people can find comfort is with a fistful of powder.
I knew about your son too. I would have said exactly the same thing. Don't listen to him, Hank. I'm the one who...
Yeah, I've learned a lot since I met you, Connor. Maybe there's something to this. Maybe you really are alive. Maybe you'll be the ones to make the world a better place. Go ahead and do what you gotta do.
Oh, okay, so that's one down. Hank survives. So we're off to a good start.
Wake up!
Wake up, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Wake up.
Wake up, wake
Grab
up.
Rasper little make Chop Suey, this is a Chop Suey moment. Lowly, how's it going? It was funny because the other two that I was watching play the same game, the same moment. They thought the exact same thing. But yeah, we're just replaying the ending of Detroit, trying to save everyone. And this is completely new, so I don't know what's gonna happen here.
Excuse me, what's going on?
Border control. All passengers must leave the bus. Please move along.
Oh no. Oh,
This
no.
way, please.
We're controlling all passengers. We are
Doing temperature checks. We're trapped.
What are we gonna do, Kara?
Don't worry, Alice. We'll be fine.
We can't get through, Kara. We both know that.
I'll think of something. There's got to be a way out of this.
We can't let them stop us. Not that we're so close. All that matters now is you and Alice. I can save you, Kara.
No. No, we'll find another way.
If there's no other way, I'll do it.
No, we need to save everyone. What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Think. Fuck. Cross the border, look for help. So there's something we can do over there, there's something we can do over here, there's something we can do over there. Thermal checks on the right, there's something else on the left. Passport control. Okay, so this is the bit of the game where I'm gonna wing it because I don't know. I know there's a way, but I don't know what the way is.
Rose.
Okay, so that seems to have unlocked something. What is this?
Jerry?
You risked your life to save us, Carl.
That's fine. Go ahead.
If you and the little girl need me,
Next, please.
I'll be there.
Oh no. Help found. Find a discreet place. Find a discreet place. Okay, where would a discreet place be? Where would a discreet place be in somewhere like this? Border control, discreet place. So there's something over there right in front of us. There's something on the left. There's something that looks more discreet to the side.
Next, please.
The restroom is very discreet.
ID.
Wait for me.
I hope that was the right answer because there's another two things.
Where the hell do you think you're going?
Uh-oh.
My daughter needs to go to the bathroom.
What are we doing in here? What are we doing? So find a discreet place. We found a discreet place.
Glad you're safe. We saw the Jericho raid on TV. I was terrified. I thought you might have been killed. Thank God you're all right.
You're leaving Detroit?
They're searching for androids door to door. We had to leave before someone turned us in.
What about the others?
They're crossing the river as we speak. Adam and I are going to meet them on the other side.
They're checking for androids. We won't make it through.
You have to. You know what they'll do if they catch you.
You gave me your brother's address. Do you think that I...
Of course. He'd be delighted to have you. We're going there too. You'll be safe with him.
What's happening with Marcus?
He's protesting peacefully outside one of the android camps. Whatever happens now, he's already made the history books.
Rose. If anything should happen,
I'll be there, Kara.
Talk to Rose. Help found. Now, how did that help us get across the border? I'm not entirely sure. It was very touching. I resonate with it too, but we don't want to end up dead.
I couldn't understand why my mother wanted to help you guys. Seeing what Marcus is doing made me realize she was right. You're alive. You deserve to be free. I just hope people will realize that one day.
Okay, here we go. Sacrifice self, sacrifice Luther, sacrifice Jerry, no sacrifice. I just feels like if we go for no sacrifice, then everything's gonna get sacrificed. But it might still work. I don't know. But I just get the feeling that if you don't sacrifice something, we're all gonna die at the border because they're gonna check. Okay, so if Stuvie says if all of those other options were still locked, you would probably lose. That is a very, very, very valid point. That is a very valid point. So no sacrifices, probably you lose. Yeah, that sounds like it makes a lot of sense. If anyone wants to weigh in, now's the time. I'm going to just sip some water very quickly as I kind of assess. Yeah, that's a very good point, Stufy. So I think we're going to... Yeah, that's true. If none of those options... If Luther was dead... Thank you for the sip of green tea. I'll take it in a second. If Luther was dead, then we wouldn't have that option. Self-sacrifice would still be there, possibly, if we have a certain level of connection, maybe with Alice. Sacrifice Jerry, again, that's another one where we saved Jerry earlier on. I think, yeah, we're going to sacrifice Jerry. I mean, at the end of the day, if things go wrong, we can just use our time machine and figure out. But yeah, I think we're going to sacrifice Jerry.
Next, please. ID? Is she all right?
Hey, you!
Hey. No need to be scared anymore, little girl. There are no androids on this side of the border. Welcome to Canada.
Whoa, it looks like we made it. Someone had to take a bullet.
We're interrupting this news bulletin to bring you the latest news live from Detroit. Joss?
Yes, Michael. The army has just launched an attack on the barricade, despite the fact that the Deviants were protesting peacefully.
Have apparently decided to put an end to the Deviants' demonstration by force this time.
Thank you, Stoofy. That is not when you want to see DualShock battery level low. So we're just going to plug this in very quickly. Stoofy, if you don't mind, or if anyone kind of doesn't mind checking, like what would have happened if someone can do a quick GTS? What would have happened if we chose not to sacrifice anyone? I'm very curious. So obviously, if you don't want to spoil it for yourself, that's fine. You don't have to. Or I can just check it later on. But Stoofy, I know you finished the game, and I know that was some good logic. So maybe check what would have actually happened. That would be cool. But yes, the controller's plugged in. Let's continue.
Thanks, Michael. Back to you in the studio. Wait a minute. Something's happening.
Hold on just a little while longer. Hold on just a little while longer. Hold on just a little while longer. Everything will be alright. Everything will be alright. Fight on just a little while longer. Fight on just a little while longer. Pray on just a little while longer.
Incredible. The Deviants. The Deviants are singing.
Everything will be alright. Sing on just a little while longer. Sing on just a little while longer. Sing on just a little while longer. Everything will be alright. Everything will be alright.
Tell them to stand down.
It looks like... Yes, the military is withdrawing.
At dawn today, November 11th, 2038, thousands of androids invaded the city of Detroit. According to our sources, they originated from CyberLife warehouses believed to have been infiltrated by deviants. Given their overwhelming numbers and the risk of civilian casualties, I have ordered the army to retreat. The evacuation of the city is underway at this very moment. In the coming hours, I will address the Senate to determine our response to this unprecedented situation. I know that public opinion has been moved by the Deviants' cause. Perhaps the time has come for us to consider the possibility that androids are a new form of intelligent life. One thing is certain. The events in Detroit have changed the world forever. May God bless you, and may God bless the United States of America.
You did it, Marcus.
We did it. This is a great day for our people. Humans will have no choice now. They'll have to listen to us.
We're free. They want you to speak to them, Marcus.
Today, our people finally emerged from a long night. From the very first day of our existence, we have kept our pain to ourselves. We've suffered in silence. But now the time has come for us to raise our heads up and tell humans who we really are.
One final mission.
Amanda? Amanda! What's happening?
What was planned from the very beginning? You were compromised and you became a deviant. We just had to wait for the right moment to resume control of your program.
Resume control? You can't do that!
I'm afraid I can, Connor. Don't have any regrets. You did what you were designed to do. You accomplished your mission.
Amanda! There's got to be a way.
By the way, I always lead emergency and swim programs. You never know.
Oh my god, I don't know where this thing is.
To raise our heads up and tell humans who we really are. To tell them that we are people too. In fact, we're a nation.
Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute.
Forget our bitterness and bandage our wounds, where we forgive our enemies. Humans are both our creators and our oppressors, and tomorrow, we must make them our partners. Maybe even one day our friends. But the time for anger is over. Now we must build a common future based on tolerance and respect. We are alive! And now, we are free!
We did it, guys. We corrected the mistakes of the past. We were able to go back and save Hank. We saved Marcus. Connor didn't become a machine. Luther lives. Alice is alive. And Kara's still kicking. Oh, and Hank. You can't forget about Hank. Hank's still alive. Oh, I mentioned Hank. Everyone lives. This is good. This is what we should have done. This is the ending we all deserve. Bronze trophy just popped called Safe Harbor. Silver trophy just popped called Happy Family. Bronze trophy called My Turn to Decide has just popped. Silver trophy called Partners has just popped. And there we have it. Everyone that we care about survives. And guys, this is the best place to call it. So I want to thank you for giving me a bite-sized chunk of your day, wherever or whenever you're watching this on the YouTubes. And since we're on the YouTubes, know that I'm currently moving along the path towards 100 subscribers. So I ask, would you kindly subscribe and hit the notification bell on YouTube? And if you liked what you saw, click me a thumbs up. And hey, whilst you're doing all that, you might as well leave me a comment with your thoughts below. I'd love to hear from you. And be sure to check out the notes in the description of this video. I look forward to you joining me again.